So I thought it was about time we covered a few more real grades on this channel. And we're going to go with the real grade Astrea F-type. Is it Astrea, Astrea? I don't really know, but I like to say it Astrea. And I have this one instead of the normal colors because I prefer the red. I really like the red, and I think the normal color white and blue one is just, yeah, it's an upgrade set. So you have to buy a real grade Exia and then the P Bandai upgrade set. So essentially, you're paying the same price. Maybe in some cases more, depending on where you find it. I got this guy about a year and a half. I think it was a year and a half or two after it came out. Got it on eBay for a decent price. Just because I really like this design more than the Exia, really, because I love the head. The head is amazing with the bunny ears, and you can have multiple different faces because it has the like the circumcised V-fin, but then it has one with little yellow pieces, which, if I remember correctly, they're stickers, because that's a very small pieces to try and peg in. I'm pretty sure they're still stickers, which I can understand. Face mask is either a Gundam or you can have a visor, because that means you don't know it's a Gundam, right? I mean, this obviously doesn't look like a Gundam. It just has a visor, right? It's black. You couldn't see the actual face. It doesn't have a chin. Very weird. And the overall color with the two-tone red, a little bit of brown, and with these hard points, loving that. Then it really, I think it makes the green pop in the red. And I like the G and drive. Now you do have, I'm pretty sure every single piece to make an Exia. Yeah, I found these looking for some parts. There's Exia's G and drive. You got the chest piece. You got the shoulder armor, which I think these beam sabers are going to come in handy later. And I even found the long and short swords. I couldn't find the G and sword though. And this is about when real grades started getting pretty good, like really solid, and the articulation was getting better. It's still not quite up to snuff, but it is pretty decent. And they give you, this is when they really started phasing out those stupid manipulator fingers, because they were a neat idea, but giving the solid ones with just the hole in the hand is so much better because they hold them. So I'm glad they actually phased that out. I think the torso would be a little better if it was built nowadays, and same thing with the waist, because the legs don't have any track to kind of come down and go forward. Still have that pop out piece to store the long and short swords with the peg. This one snapped. I'm not even sure how. I think I had the long and short swords on them at one point and it fell off the shelf and snapped. Made me sad. Love that, how the whole piece here. I wish there was kind of detail molded in underneath, because just a hollow cavity does all that work and not much to show for it, really. But the knees are amazing. Always have been, even with the old high grades in 2007. The knees have always been spectacular. And ankles are good and tight. Master grade. Still don't know why there's not a modern version. Well, there's the new master grade of this, but I think it's still using the original Exia mold. They didn't make a new mold. Kind of dumb. But yeah, stand's fine. I mean, that's what you want a kit to do, right? You want it to stand. It's nice when it can do that. And it comes with a lot of accessories, like so many, because I've already mentioned you have all of Exia stuff, including the shield, which is funny because I don't know why I didn't have the shield on him. I found it in a parts bin, and it was missing the one piece on the side. But I found the complete thing of the Exia. That's weird. And I looked in every single parts bin. I know when I go back to find something else for another video, I'll find it immediately. And it holds, this holds the weapons great. Unlike the master grade, can't hold crap. You got the G and pistols, which they still look amazing. And it's not so much of a novelty now, but back in the day, when the high grade came out, that was really the best way to get pistols for your Dynamis, because the original high grade Dynamis didn't come with pistols. You had to get the G and Arms Type D. And, you know, I mean, it's a cheaper mobile armor, but it's still, you know, a little on the pricey side. Nowadays, probably a lot more. But I just love how these open up and you just easily look like he's grabbing them. Very nice. Really appreciate that. And man, every time I go to pull these out, I feel like that's the time the pegs are going to snap inside these holster pieces, because they're so tight, like incredibly, dangerously tight. You've also got the GN hammer. Yeah, just like the normal Gundam hammer, but of course it's the GN because it's got clear green. And I think it came with a wire to feed in here so you can have it like it's extending. But I like it as a cudgel, or just pegging it onto the arm for storage, because you can do that. It's interesting, they have a peg on either side of the handle here. And one is like has a little bit of detail, but the other one is made, I guess, just to peg in here. So they wanted to make it look like it's symmetrical, but only the one has the detail and the other one is just made to peg into the arm. Okay, sure, whatever. We got, I guess I should show the Proto Gean sword. I don't know why this one piece was missing. It was there before. I went to get this off the shelf. It was missing. I don't know why, but it is. It makes me sad. So I'm gonna have to keep looking. That's what I was actually looking for when I found the shield, because I wasn't super invested in finding the shield. It still pegs into the arm really well. I mean, even if it's missing this one sleeve, it's like a smoother edge. It's not as detailed on this. It's not that big. I'll probably never find it. But yeah, I also have the handle that you can pop out. I never use it. It would definitely help a lot more, especially with missing this one piece, but not important. Now, one thing that Astreas throughout the years could never do, if you have the sword in the hand, you can't give the rifle in the same hand, so you'd have to have it one or the other. But with this one, this little piece up here fixes that problem. Okay, there's actually two pieces. That piece and this piece. Because the there's a lot of proto weapons in this. I think it's the proto Gean rifle, has a connector here that's a little longer at the back, so it'll peg directly into the peg in the arm. But this one is made to go into this right here, this connector that has the proto sword. So once you have that pegged in, it's all one solid thing. And so now, just like with Astrea, you have a gun and a sword in the arm. But now it's more like a bayonet. And I love that chrome. A little bit of nub marks, but there's not much you can do because it has to be on the plate. So you're going to have nub marks when you cut it off. There's also the Gean Proto Cannon? I don't know. But yeah, there's so many weapons with this thing. And it's designed to take off one of the antennas on the collar. And then you slot that in. And now it's, I guess, drawing power directly from the suit. It always seems to look weird to me. There's like a gap. I can't get it to go in any better without having a gap there. It's not a huge deal, but kind of annoys me. And you can have it down, so when he's resting and when he's excited. So you can still have all the other weapons on him and just keep that on his chest. It looks weird. And if you get another one, you can have one on each side. That'd be kind of neat. That's the almost all of them. The only other thing is, well, I couldn't find the official. I did find this. Well, not the official, the real grade. I found the high grade one, missile pod, which is best known with the Curios. But this one also came with the F type. It was just the high grade. I couldn't find the real grade one, but it operates the same. It has two connector ports, one that would peg into the connector in the arm, and one that would have a handle, so you can actually have it handheld and still have something pegged in here. So you can have the shield here and hold the missile pod. So I think that's it. The high grade did come with a Gean bazooka. It was more made for the Jinx, the Jinx Federation type. I don't think this one came with it. At least I haven't been able to find it. But I'm pretty sure, at least from all the pictures I've seen, it didn't come with it. So not a big deal. This thing is really awesome. Is it worth the price of a P-band? I just broke the antenna. What broken antenna? I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? Maybe it is a good thing that I brought this along. There is an Astrea F Type 2, which replaces some pieces. I know the front skirts, and I think the Gean drive gets the more Astrea. And I'm going to look into it. I hope it's the collar too. It's not that noticeable. I can sand it down a little bit. I mean, it's not a big deal. But yeah, my heavy-handedness aside, I love this thing, and if I didn't already have the Astrea, I'd probably get the Astrea, the normal one too. But I just don't want to have to get that and then find the actual I have to get an Astrea, another one, and then I have to get the upgrade set, and that's going to be a pain in the butt because I didn't get it when it first released, which means aftermarkets, I'm sure, are crazy. It's interesting to think that this one is one kit, and you get all that stuff. You get all of Astrea's weapons, plus you get the new shield, you get the cannon, you get the gun, you get the sword, you get pistols, you get a missile pod that wouldn't be high grade, it's almost the same though, and you get the hammer. And if you want to get the normal white and blue version, you have to get an Astrea, and then that kit, and you don't get the pistols or the hammer or the missile pods. So, I mean, it's hard to. I don't know. Personally, I prefer this one. That's just me. I just love the color, and I love all the weapons it comes with.